We are live. Ryan's late. Oh, no. Now he's here.
What up?
30 seconds late.
Just
What's going on, man?
Time, buddy. If this was an asshole teacher, the bell rang, the door's locked.
Right. You're locked out.
Fuck, give me a detention. I'll go fishing.
Yeah, perfect. I was wondering if you were just like, you didn't have your like and share stuff. So you're like, I can't even show my face.
No, I've got him.
So what
got him in the corner.
What's the like and share contest? So let everybody know, and we'll bring it up again, but I can't remember the details.
Well, during the podcast, you like the podcast, share the podcast. At the end, we will take a count, and then Jesse will pick a number between 1 and, let's say, 50 of you shared it, and Jesse will choose between 1 and 50. And today's prize is 2 lightly used Berkeley lightning rods, medium action, 7 foot, pretty good all around rods. In a pinch, they work for walleye. They're awesome for channel catting in almost every situation. So I've got a couple extras. So we'll get your address and I'll get them sent out tomorrow.
Perfect. Yep. And oh my God, I just blanked. Well, your settings. Make sure your settings on your profile are where we can see that you shared it, because some people keep them private, like they'll share it and it's not visible, and then we can't pick you because we didn't know you shared it. So
Yep, got to be visible.
Yep. All right, we got Jesse Lance, the man who's caught the biggest catfish that may have ever existed.
Allegedly.
Flathead assassin that is Ryan Tasler. Got the like and share contest. We got I discovered something today. Otto was crying, and I got some new turkey calls, and I started playing around with them, and then he just started giggling when I was calling him. Like I started
bad.
Well, he seems to like them more than the actual turkeys do. I called it them Monday, and they just looked at me and then walked away.
Also giggling.
Yes.
Yeah, at least something likes them, right?
Right. So I mean, what'll happen if he likes them, I'll get more practice, and then maybe I won't suck so bad.
He's like, there's no way you're killing a bird, man.
Yeah. I was out on the river today and called around a little bit and did more fishing than hunting, but I couldn't get anything to talk back. So, the other fun thing, and we'll go bullhead leading into this. Jesse, you got to take a drink. Whatever you're drinking, you got to take a drink. Somebody says bullhead.
I got a Diet Pepsi.
Perfect. Take a drink. My brother spent 6 weeks in Europe. He is a world traveler. I used to think we were super different, but then as we get older, I realize we're both adventurers. But he spent most of it by himself, and he found this beer, Birra Messina. I don't remember where it's from, but he liked it so much he ordered it and had it delivered to the house. This is like a $10 bottle of beer.
Oh, God.
Holy crap.
Yeah, or something dumb. And he got a 12 or 6-pack, and I said, do you care if I drink one of those on the podcast? He's like, no, go for it. So
I tried it. Bucks, you can have one.
Yeah. See if I can open it with a knife. I don't have
the fancy beers out tonight.
Just one. I can only afford one. We'll see.
Imagine what that would cost at the bar. $25.
Yeah.
Trying to think what the most expensive beer I've ever bought. It had to be at a baseball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$15.
The iCubs games, parking's $10, a beer's $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I park in a no parking zone just so I can have another beer.
Hope your car's there when you come back.
Yeah.
Worth the risk.
It's all right. I'll probably
I guess if it's not there, you got time for another beer then.
Yeah. That one puts me over the top. I got to call Uber anyway. So
right.
Whatever. Hey, my Cubs are actually winning right now. So It's going good. They started the season off terrible.
Which, when they start off good, you kind of worry because then the bottom falls out as the season goes. So you don't want them to start out too hot.
Yeah, they did make the playoffs last year, but whatever, one and done. Brew Crew's hard on them. We won't make anybody listen to me cry about the Cubs. not
plenty of other subjects.
I got no input on that. I don't know nothing about sports, so.
You're in a great sports town, man.
I am, but it's not my thing.
Because you're down
Never has. Kansas City.
Kansas City. KC. I like KC, man. It's like a big city, especially compared to Des Moines, but it kind of has a smaller town vibe to me.
Yeah. I mean, it depends where you're at, but I could see that, yeah.
Yeah. And this is as somebody on the outside looking in. It doesn't hurt that there's waters with giant fish in them.
Right.
That is
runs
true.
right through the heart of the city, so that's nice.
Right.
When hundreds come out of there every year.
Yeah. I mean, last year there was a bunch of them really that got caught.
I was going to say, this time of year, there might be 100 a week or close to it.
Yeah. I've seen a 95 from this area this year. That's the biggest I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's a place where a lot of people are tight-lipped. And I like them, and that's what
I mean, you kind of got to be.
The Blues are getting a little more publicized, but man, I just wonder how many big flatheads get caught that you never hear about.
Right. Which I've heard of like some decent ones getting caught from the rivers, but nothing crazy.
But the flathead guys are weird. I mean, look at me and Ryan, and a lot of them don't talk.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them, man. Like they're weird.
I can't target flatheads. I can't catch them. I don't know what it is.
You can.
I guess I need to target them only because I usually try to find something that would hold a blue cat too,
I will say this time of year, it seems to be the time of year where they overlap more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get into summer and then
I'm sure they're moving more right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the other part. Like you can throw bait anywhere and you have a chance at a fish moving through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our water's 50. I think last guy I talked to said it was 51 last weekend.
Oh, it's got to be. I was on the river. Well, bigger water warms up slower, but it was 61 on the river around here today on the big stretch.
Yeah, and you think it'd be colder up that way.
You would, but like smaller water warms up faster. But I bet it'd be mid to upper 50s if I had to bet on it over by you. But
I haven't been out in so long. I don't know.
What's your deal? How come you haven't been fishing?
That damn boat. I've been working on it. I bit off more than I can chew because I figured it'd be a little easier than it was.
I want to go dive deep into the boat build.
Uh-huh.
But we got to dive deep into the story behind this fish.
Yeah.
So I want, you got all the time. Oh, there you go. 58 on the Kansas. That would warm up quicker too.
Yeah, it's probably a lot warmer.
So it's probably mid 50s on the Mo would be.
And it's up and flowing right now. It's moving good.
Right. But anyway, so back to the fish. You got all the time in the world. Start wherever you want to start. You can start the planning for the trip. You can start, you're on the water. You start at the fight of the fish. But I want to hear the whole damn thing.
I'll start before. So I fished probably 5, 6, 7 trips before that and didn't catch a single fish. Skunk after skunk.
That's that.
And I'd go out for, hours at a time and nothing. So it wasn't like fishing was on fire or anything,
Yeah.
But it's that time of year, October. The water got colder, cold rain and stuff like that. So it was just mixed conditions all around.
Right.
Which, I mean, it was just a normal day. I wasn't even going to go because it was raining that day. And cold, like 50 degrees for the high.
What beautiful weather.
I'm somewhat of a fair weather fisherman nowadays. I used to not care so much, but now I kind of do. I don't know why, but.
How old are you?
30.
You're 30 and you work in construction and you're tired from, I get it.
So yeah, I wasn't going to go that day, but I did. And I think I fished 2 spots before I caught that fish. And I didn't catch anything. I fished right above it in the hole, because I figured maybe they'd be transitioning, which it was probably a little early because at 50-degree water temp. I think it was 52. It was about 50 something, and then the air temp was 50 something too that same day.
Mm-hmm.
But so I was just trying to fish holes and stuff, you know. And I talked to my buddy. He was telling me to check the flats.
Yes.
And I was getting ready to go home anyway, so I checked the flat of the hole I was fishing. You know, full of wood. That's what I typically look for. And I couldn't tell. I marked something, but I couldn't tell it was a fish. You know, it looked like a log. I mean, 6 foot of water, real close to the bottom, you know. Or it was actually probably like 4 foot of water because it was on the bank. But so I couldn't tell if it was a tree or what. So I figured I'd fish on it. And 15 minutes, and man, that inside rod on the bank just ripped more drag than I've ever seen before.
Like what was the takedown like? Was it just like violent and fast and just laid over? Was it that slow pull down and just never stopped?
Well, it did a little like, you know, tap first and then nothing for about a minute, and then it just hammered it right over, rip and drag.
So you think he ate it and just sat there?
He probably sat there and then got spooked and then rolled out. Because he took me from the inside. I was, you know, fishing, and my inside rod on the bank behind the wing dikes, you know. So he took me from there and took me all the way out into the main river channel around all my rods, just rip and drag the whole time. I could not stop that fish.
So how long was the first run? Was it like 20 feet, 20 yards, 100 yards? Like,
I mean, it was probably 30 seconds of him just straight rip and drag.
Gosh.
That's
It was the most drag I've ever had a fish take.
So what was the tackle? Like how big, how heavy a gear are we talking? That's
I run 80-pound braid and 100-pound mono leader.
Okay.
With 10 circle hooks.
But so like rod and reel are
a Shimano Calcutta and a Mad Catz.
Like medium heavy?
Medium heavy, yep.
So how big of a Calcutta is it? Like a 400?
It's a 700. It's pretty big. But they only have, I think their max drag 16 pounds, and it was max out.
Right.
Which it was not enough for that fish.
Man, it's got to be like hooking a freaking submarine, dude.
Yeah, you couldn't stop it. But once it got out into the current, it kind of just, you know, became dead weight, and I just drug it to the boat. He did that first initial run for 20, 30 seconds. It seemed like forever in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
But once he was done with that, he just hugged the bottom, and it was like reeling in a tree.
Well, hell, he's 80 years old. That's all the energy he had.
Yeah, he used it all up pretty quick.
I hooked a shark that was actually probably about the same size as the freaking catfish you caught. But it was kind of like that, where it just ripped off line.
Yep.
And I thought I was going to get spooled. I thought it was really big, and then it stopped. Yeah. And then I just cranked him in. Were you running low on line at all?
No, they hold probably 500 yards of 80-pound braid, so I wasn't worried about that. From the middle, you know, from the outside of the wing dike to the middle of the river, you know, where the tips are basically, it's not that far.
Right.
So he went down river and then rip and drag all the way across out into the main channel.
That's so cool.
Like I didn't have to unanchor or anything, you know. It's not like if he would have got out in that main current and took me downriver, I probably would have had to chase him down.
I gotcha. Do you feel like that gear's overkill then now? Because like you just whooped 150-pound fish's ass and you didn't even get close to running out of line.
I mean, it's probably I switched to Takotas now that are smaller, just so they're better in the hand, you know. But I wouldn't say it's overkill. I mean, because if I was out a little farther in that current, and I probably would have had to chase him down.
Gotcha.
If he had that much more current to help him, you know, it would have been bad.
Right. That makes sense. So
I was fishing pretty slow current for the Missouri River.
Were you on anchor?
Yeah, spot lock. Yeah,
spot lock. Well, then chasing him's not a big deal.
No, I would have just clicked it.
Right.
Went after him. So, and yeah, I was fishing that spot maybe 15 minutes before he hit. I think 10, closer to 10. I was on the phone with my buddy when he hit.
Yeah.
No, I think I was on the phone with him the whole flight. Actually.
You get a phone call, and a lot of times it's bam.
Yeah.
Didn't work today. Ella called me, and I got a phone. That was all I got. She was on the phone.
Hey, at least you got something.
They bit after she hung up, so maybe they heard her talking, and they were on their way, and then
they were just too far away. You picked the wrong spot.
Yeah. So you were solo
I was.
fishing, and well, thank God if you were in the hot current, yeah, the only way
Yeah, it would have been bad. It would have been rough.
you would have to be free floating probably to have a
Yeah.
shot at landing him. So did you net that fish?
I tried to net that fish and it was not happening. It was way too big for the net. And I've netted, 80 pounders, multiple 70s that go in that net, and I couldn't get it in the net.
Like its head wouldn't fit in the net.
I just couldn't, like, I'd get it under it, but I couldn't get it to fold in the net like they should.
No, that probably doesn't fold anything.
No, he wasn't folding anything.
Just folds fishing rods.
Yeah. But
No.
so eventually I put the net down. I was like, man, this ain't gonna work. I figured I'd break my leader or something. Keep trying to net it.
Sure.
I held my rod up behind me, and got my hand in his mouth, set my rod down to get both hands in his mouth.
What's running through your head? Like when you saw that fish pop up.
I didn't think it was that big. I was on the phone with my buddy Anthony, and I was like, man, it ain't that big. And he was like, that's 100-pounder. But
you were both wrong, because it's way bigger than that.
Yeah. It was way bigger than that.
It was a calf.
But yeah, I didn't honestly think it was that big when I got it next to the boat. Like you said, blue cats, they're hard to tell if when they're in the water.
Yeah,
How
they
big
got
they are.
Like they're not broad quite like a flathead
Right.
is. Oh, no, that fish was.
Yeah, he was. But in the water, it's deceiving. I don't know. Next to the boat, and I got all this other stuff going through my head. So it's like, that was the least of my worries at that point.
So what was the moment where you're like, holy shit, this is a freak?
Once I got it in the boat, laying in the floor.
Once you had two hands in his mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the funny thing about it is, like I said, I grabbed one hand in his mouth, and it was like you were throwing a baseball. It was that thick.
Oh my God.
And I set my rod down, and I put my other hand in there, and he bit and rolled, and I dropped him back in the water. So I don't have a rod in my hand. So I fumble and get the rod, and then get it back up and do the same thing. And I just kind of because I couldn't pick it up, obviously. I was tired from fighting him.
Yeah.
And kind of just pulled him up over and leaned back on top of me, into the floor of the boat.
You got squished and you were sumo wrestling this giant catfish, and oh my God. If that isn't proof that some fish are just meant to be caught. Because imagine how many people have had that one that got away.
Yeah, it would have been the one that got away. Took my rod and everything.
Well, and it might even have been a fish like that, but they don't even get the chance to find out because something happens.
Yeah.
And you hook the fish in the perfect spot to give yourself the best chance, not only to fight it to the boat, but to land it when you get it to the boat. And he gave you 2 chances.
Yep, he did.
Like that. That fish was meant to be caught. It's badass that you caught it, man.
That's so cool.
All right, so
I'm definitely grateful for it.
So you're laying on the floor of the boat. You have this giant blue cat on top of you.
Yep.
You're covered in slime, probably a little blood. What's going through your head?
Well,
is your buddy?
To be honest, I was freaking out. He was. I think he was. No, I called him back. I FaceTimed him. Once I got it in the boat, I FaceTimed him real quick, and he was like, "Yeah, that's 100-pounder for sure," and all this. And it was like I told him I'd call him back, or whatever. And I tried to stuff the fish in the net again so I could get a weight, so I could weigh it. I didn't have a weigh sling at the time, which I used to have one. I don't know why I didn't get another one, but it wouldn't fit in the net hardly.
Sure.
I got it where it was halfway, the tail halfway hanging out and its mouth somewhat stuck in the edge. And tried to pick the scale up. It wasn't happening. You're holding this, 100 and whatever plus pounds like this. Because I just got one of them crane scales, so it don't even have a handle on it.
Right.
And it's, it's chest height already before you even get the weight off the ground.
Gosh.
So I got it up, and it was 126.
Still on the floor.
Still on the ground. No. I don't think it said 110 or something the first time I tried it. And I was like, this thing, it might be huge, definitely a PB. And I was thinking maybe a state record, but I don't know, So I got my oar out because I couldn't pick it up. I wedged it on my window and slid the hook on the scale on it and tried to lift it that way. Still couldn't pick it up because I couldn't get it tall enough. The boat windows weren't that high. And that's when I got 126.
Right.
And the funny thing about that is that scale, my buddy weighs 130 pounds, and I got a waistling now. I put him in that waistling and weighed him, and it weighed him at, what was it, like 109. So it was 20 pounds light. That fish would have showed 146 on that in the boat if I would have got it.
And it was still on the ground.
Somewhat, yep.
Yeah. I mean, you weren't supporting the full mass of the fish. I
just couldn't lift it. 150 pounds, say, you can't lift that over your chest. I mean, I don't go to the gym and stuff.
Well, that kind of leads to another question. I was curious, like, you look at pictures and like you have a giant person makes a giant fish look tiny, a tiny person makes a good fish look huge. Right. Kind of like me and Ryan, you know, like Ryan makes all the fish look big.
Well, that's because
I'm not super small either.
Well, that's so like, are you like 6 foot, 5'4"?
I'm 5'9", and 210 pounds. Or 220, I think, at the time.
Okay, so yeah, you're not like a midget.
I'm not tiny.
Yeah. Wow. So that gives even more scale and proof.
Yeah. And it made me look small.
Dude, it was almost as big as you.
Yeah. I wish I would have got like fishing line measurements or something, you know, of it, at least to have that stuff, but it was chaotic. It was a chaotic 5 minutes.
Oh, dude, I can't even comprehend. I want to be able to relate. I dream of
it. I don't even know if I comprehend it still. And I was in the moment.
What's the second biggest fish you've ever caught then?
My PB was 80 pounds.
Okay. So you almost doubled it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Logan's in the comments. I called him and invited him that day to come fishing with me, and he couldn't for some reason. And it was on his side of the boat.
Well, you can't catch him if you're not there.
Right.
Guaranteed.
But like I said, even if he would have came, maybe we would have fished different, and we wouldn't have been in that position.
Yeah.
So I think everything happens for a reason.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And you'll never know one way or the other. You can just be grateful for what happened.
Right. Yeah. I wish I would have had somebody else with me, but at least to get an accurate weight, you know.
Do you have any idea how long the fight was?
I'd say around 10 minutes.
So not crazy. And you were on
wasn't
anchor the whole time? You never chased him or anything?
Nope, never. Like I said, he did that first initial run, 20, 30 seconds from one side of the boat all the way out to the middle, and then he just basically dead weighted all the way back.
You got me.
He gave up pretty quick, yeah.
Well, do you think that fish, like you let it go?
Yep.
Right. You let it go. Was that when you got that fish in, did it look like an old ass fish? Like,
yeah, it definitely looked old.
So you think there's like a good chance, or that fish probably didn't have a whole lot of years of life ahead of it, you think?
I mean, you never really know.
Or was it was it a good, healthy release? Did he swim off strong?
He swam off strong, yep.
What makes you think it was old then?
He was just beat up. You could tell, like his skin, you know, it looked like it had some wounds on there, some battle scars.
I got it.
Years of spawning, you know.
Oh, and they beat the hell out of each other, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one thing I would love. Like, have you ever seen turkeys fighting or pheasants fighting or deer fighting? Like, I think that's cool. But
I'd like to see the blue cats fighting.
But to see the catfish duking it out, that would be badass, man.
Yeah. There ain't much in the river that would probably put up a fight for that fish.
No, he'd just swallow most of them.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, he could probably put an 80-pounder's head in his mouth.
Do you think that fish is the biggest fish in the river?
No.
Like,
I don't think so.
If somebody put a gun to your head and said, you have to get this right or you're done.
You got 50-50.
You got 50-50. Are you still saying you think there's a bigger one out there?
I think there's a bigger one out there.
See, I think it'd be cool the opposite, like to say you caught the biggest fish in the whole damn river. Ever.
Yeah.
You caught the biggest fish ever. Like,
you just never really know is the thing. That's a freak of a fish in its own right, you know?
Yeah.
So what stops them from getting bigger?
genetic limitations, forage base,
Yeah.
lifespan.
Which
I
on
mean,
the Missouri River, they have pretty much unlimited food with the silver carp.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that
He
I
could have
feel like
just
it might
downed
be
2 5-pound carp and
right.
not even been
I mean,
full.
he had a gut on him for sure. That thing was round.
he everything about that
He
fish was
was big everywhere. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think his dorsal fin was big as my head, maybe bigger.
you imagine that thing swimming around in 2 foot of water with that its back sticking out.
I should have drove over there. There was a stick sticking out of the water right where I cast it at. It couldn't have been very deep. I was anchored in 6 foot of water.
I'm going to ask you when we're done. I should have asked you before we started it. I think I caught one of my biggest fish on that river. If it wasn't exactly where you caught that fish, it was really, really close. So I'll pull up a pin later because I'm curious. It's a really unique area. It is stuffed with timber,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll talk about it later. But what bait did you catch it on? Kind of going back to that unlimited food source. I have a bet.
Asian carp.
I would have been wrong. I was
A,
going to bet
a little piece, like an inch and a half, maybe.
In October?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
But the water was in the 50s already, which that they should be feeding heavy. Then they'd be eating big baits for sure.
right.
But I've been using big baits the trips before that, and I haven't got anything, so I figured I'd try some small baits.
Man,
I was just trying to catch anything at that point because like I said, it was 5 or 6 trips before I've got skunked.
how big of a hook do you say you're using?
10-aught.
10-aught. What kind?
Yeah. Mid-Atlantic catfish.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, which one? They got a handful of different models.
It's the red eye.
Okay. I'll have to look them up. But 10-aught. Well, if you're going to use a small
It
bait,
was too small. Honestly, the hook was too small for that fish.
that's insane. Like I've used 12-aughts, and I feel like the 12-aughts are almost too big to like. I lost one that was about 50 pounds, and he rolled at the boat. And I just wonder with the 12-aught if it rattled out of its mouth because of space. But there probably isn't. You could use a 20-aught on that fish.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think with that 10-aught, because it hooked it right in the corner, right where you want it, right in that fat.
Yep.
If it would have hooked it in the tooth pad, I don't think I would have got the fish in the boat.
Why is that?
Because the gap was just not big enough. It wouldn't have, got in there.
Like it wouldn't have rotated
It
around.
wouldn't have. And I think it would have popped off.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Every hook set's different, so you never know. There's a lot of factors.
Well, and the fish, like how the fish grabs a bait, can absolutely affect it, and you have no control over that.
Nope.
No.
You
So
do.
I lucked out.
Actually, I would say you do. Like a heavier wire hook that's weighted down more is harder for the fish to engulf all of, instead of lighter wire hook.
Because it's heavier for sure.
Yeah. That's why I started using lighter wire hooks. But then then the day will come and I'll hook a fish that's in the ballpark of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I'll try straighten it out, and it'll just be another one that got away story. Man, that's
like I said, if it hooked it in the tooth pad, I don't think it would have got in the boat. But then again, you never know.
no.
So I'm just grateful where it did hook. The best possible outcome of where it hooked up.
The only thing we know for sure is you hooked that fish, you fought it, you landed it, and put it in the damn boat.
Right. It's not a fish story.
No.
It's not AI either. I heard that a bunch.
Even if it was my fish story, I wouldn't have jumped that big.
Right. Yeah.
He was 92.
Right. Right.
So my wife was joking. I showed her a picture of that fish, and she was like, "What AI generator did he use to come up with that picture?"
I had a bunch of that.
Oh, but it looks fake. I mean, there's no other. There's some fish that are kind of close.
Right.
Like, I'd say the world record itself is close.
Right. It don't look as big though, and like in the picture, and pictures are deceiving.
Well,
it's hard to tell.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to know how big you were, and to let everyone know that, okay, this is the person, this is how big they are, and you're relating it to a person that size, and because that gives you context too. Like, our buddy Big Sam, he's 6'7", 6'8", 280, and you don't even like to hold fish in pictures. It makes them look tiny.
Yeah.
But
somewhere we've got a picture of him and I both holding 50-pound spoonbill.
That's
His
right.
like about 10 pounds, and mine looks like 100.
Yeah, which the video helps out a lot because it kind of shows multiple angles of it, you know.
Yes.
So I'm glad I did do that, which I had to get a picture so I could screenshot the video
Right.
because it's
Right.
not like I can get a picture by myself without doing that. So
Not well.
which it wasn't a good picture anyway. I couldn't pick it up. I wish I could have picked it up.
I mean, good luck. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I try like I could pick it up, but I couldn't stand up with it in my hands. It was not happening. If I had someone to help me like somewhat stand up, I would have been good.
Like sit it in your lap or something like that.
Well, I don't like taking pictures like that. I want to be holding it, standing up.
Sure. No,
But I've never had that problem before.
Brian's biggest fish, he couldn't hold it up, but you might have had a back problem or shoulder problem.
No, my shoulder was freaking screwed up.
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to reel in a fish that day. But Spencer slept through it, so I guess I was up.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
It would have been on there in the morning. Just left it. It's fine.
Yeah. It was crazy big. And yeah, like I said, we'll go back to the story of me catching that fish. Which I tried to weigh it, did all that, and got 126, and then I was just trying to get it back in the water,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't pick it up to get it out of the boat.
Oh, I suppose.
What do you do when you can't pick the fish up to release it?
Guess I got to sink my boat now.
I got it up on the gunnel and swung it over and then got it down in the water where I could hold it. Luckily I could do it. It took everything I got to get that fish out of the boat, especially after, trying to weigh it and all this, fought it. I was super, super worn out.
Well, yeah, because you're doing all this lifting.
Yeah.
You're getting reps, you're getting reps.
Right. Trying to weigh it. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, I have to lift it up even higher to get it over the gunnels of the boat. And,
yeah.
When you go for your max, you don't do a bunch of reps before.
No.
Yeah, I've only had that problem one time, and I had to go to the Amazon to run into it. Like never in North America could. Like I went to the Amazon, and you caught a bigger catfish than I did in South America.
Yeah, and them things get big as a Volkswagen there.
Yeah.
You know what? I did screw up though. I missed my chance for my clicky YouTube title. The video performed good anyway, so I got lucky. But I went back and checked like a couple months ago. That jow that I caught was a world record by like 30 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I just threw him over the side. Didn't think anything of it.
And sometimes that's what you got to do.
But and that's still like those fish probably realistically get 150 to 200 pounds.
Right.
And the world record is what the world record is because getting certified.
I'm sure a lot of people over that way, though, they just keep them to eat. They're not fishing for sport.
Well,
South America.
The local people there are very particular. It's interesting. Like they practice their own form of conservation, similar to a lot of us in North America, where they eat a lot of smaller fish or certain species of fish, and then they let those big fish go. And
Really?
I think those guys down there are, I know they are, they're intimidated by them because I hooked that fish, I fought that fish, and Paul, the guide, he would just land everything. Like you wouldn't ask him, he'd just do it. And when I got that fish to the boat, and we're talking 135 pound jow, and he weighs about 135 pounds. So
Right.
I can see where he's coming from, but I looked at him and he looked at me and he had this uncertain look in his eyes. I said, Paul, are you going to land it? And he didn't say a thing.
You're on your own, dude.
Had him speechless.
Yeah. So I grabbed it and pulled it in the boat, and it was cool. It was the fish that one of the fish that I was really, really excited about the possibility of doing it. But that kind of leads me to my next question is, do you let the world record go? Like you can argue it, you can be humble, you can be whatever you want. I'm saying it. If anybody wants to argue with me, I'll be happy to. It'll be fun,
Like I don't even.
I've never claimed it. I've never claimed that's what it is.
That's
I
what
never will because we never know. But I've seen a lot of people say that.
That's what makes it so easy for me to claim it.
Right.
If you were an asshole about it and you're like, I let the world record go,
World
champ, baby.
Yeah.
But I think it's the truth. I really think it's the truth. I think you let
a lot of people think that.
I think you let the world record go. Do you ever regret it?
Not at all. Not at all. That fish would 100% died if I tried to get it certified.
Do you have a live well in your boat?
I don't.
What kind of boat do you have?
A Lumacraft, an old one, 1980s.
Like what? How big? Give spec.
17 foot. It's real skinny. It's not very wide. It's a Lumacraft Trophy 170.
I got you.
Yep. Which one of my buddies was out that day, which I didn't even think of it at the time. I wasn't trying to do a certification or anything. I mean, it would be cool. Don't get me wrong. But even if they're in a live well, I mean, you can see it with the Kansas State record.
Mm-hmm.
It died.
Yeah.
Because if they're not, I mean, there's a chance. There's always that chance with chasing trophy catfish, 80 pounders, it doesn't matter. There's always a chance. But I feel like in a live well, they're stressed no matter what without being in their natural habitat,
Yeah.
They're always going to have
Right.
stress if they're kept, however long. So, no, I don't regret it at all. If I caught that fish again tomorrow, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. In your boat, like you probably couldn't even put a live well
No, I couldn't.
big enough to accommodate. I mean, do you think you've seen the fish?
Right.
Have you ever seen like the live well on a Dynasty or an Excel Stormcat? Like
No.
they're 100-gallon live wells. Have you ever seen those?
I haven't seen them, but my buddy has a ProCat 240, and I don't think it would have fit in it.
So that's an 80-gallon live well.
And if it would have fit in there, his back would have been out of the water for sure. And I don't think it was wide enough to get the fish in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And those to give you perspective, like I'm 6 foot, 210 pounds, and I could fit in an 80-gallon live well.
Right.
I'm claustrophobic, so if you close the door, I'm losing my damn mind. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could fit in an 80-gallon live well. And for you
Right.
to catch a fish that is so broad that it would not fit
Right.
in that 80.
I mean, it's possible it would have fit. I don't think it would be easy to fit.
it would have been
If you get what I'm saying.
taking a dump because you're squeezing it so
Yeah.
tight.
I mean, the length was good because they're what, 90 inches wide or something. The length would have been good, but the width, I don't think it would have fit well.
Yeah.
You probably would have had to put it in there somewhat sideways and then roll it because the door is a little bit smaller than the actual tank.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, but at the time, I didn't even think of that. I wasn't thinking to get a record or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Reality.
I'm just
is
fishing
not
for
in the
myself
moment.
for fun.
Yeah.
It would be awesome to have my name in a record book, but at what cost? I'd rather have the peace of mind of that fish swimming away and me doing what I could do to have it live.
You never think about like the money.
I mean, it would be nice. I'd have me a nice, pretty boat probably sitting in the driveway.
I wouldn't have the issues I'm having right now.
Yeah, I'd have a live well big enough for the next one if I ever have the opportunity.
So here's something to consider that I'm noticing is I have my little boat now and my guiding boat, and the amount of gas I burn dragging around that big boat, and then the amount of gas I burn driving the boat itself, the difference is staggering. Like,
Yeah.
I ran today because I got the guide boat out because it needs ran. They need ran. And I probably went 10 miles around the loop, burned 4 gallons of gas. If I would have done that in the little boat, I would have burned like 1.5 gallons.
Yeah.
And I would have
I fished out of a John boat for a long time, many years, like a little 15-foot,
yeah.
semi V. I had a flat bottom.
On the big water, you did?
No, I wouldn't fish the Missouri River. I did for a year or so before I bought my big boat. I did fish it a little bit, but I wouldn't never travel very far.
Yeah. I mean, I plan on once I get my little boat dialed in, I will 100% take it on the Missouri.
Right.
But I've also kayak fished the Missouri.
Yeah, I would never do that.
Yeah.
Never. I don't hardly get in a kayak anywhere.
The people who say I would never kayak fish the Missouri are people who don't kayak.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like
the current scares me. I don't know what it is. That river, one mistake, it's going to do some damage to you.
Well, you should respect it. You should be cognizant of it. If you are a good, like I'm 100% confident in my paddling ability. Accidents do happen, and you need to be prepared for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're a good, competent paddler, like like think about all the people that paddle the entire Mississippi River in a canoe or a kayak from start to finish. They're not fishing, so there's different dynamics there, but people do it every year. People do it all the time.
I mean, they put them guides on the river here, people with no experience. They put them right in the Missouri River and say, we'll pick you up down here. I can't believe it.
So like where you run into issues is if you hit something.
Yep.
Like if you're just out in the current, even like you're going 4 to 5 mile an hour, which is a brisk walking pace. Big deal.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but
I mean,
you're not
you always got your life jacket on when you're in a kayak.
Should.
Yeah. I mean, I don't wear it in the boat, which I probably should, which a lot of us probably don't and should, but
right.
Because there's always a chance. You never know.
What were you saying, Ryan?
You can't outswim that current though.
No.
I mean, if you go in the fast shit, it's going to take you where it takes you. Without
you can kind of swim at a diagonal, you know, that's all you're going to be able to do downriver.
I don't know if I ever shared this story on here. I was fishing the Mo with my big tiller, and I just got those talons put on, and I didn't think, like, I did it a few times and it was fine, but this time it wasn't fine. I got to the boat ramp, there was no dock, so I just ran the front of the boat up on the bank, dropped the talons down off the back, walked out of the front of the boat, went to my truck to back the trailer down. What I didn't realize at the time was those talons don't constantly push down. They go down, they push down 3 times and stop. Well, when I got out of the boat, it came up that inch.
Yep.
The talons were in like on a solid piece of rock. So I back my trailer down, hop out of my truck, look, and my boat is not there.
Oh,
I bet your heart dropped.
It dropped. And I'm like, the first thing that runs through my head is, what do I do? Second thing, where's the life jackets? Oh shit, they're in the boat.
Right.
So I did this. I wouldn't recommend anyone doing this. You probably should just call for help, but I'm all alone and I don't know anybody where I'm at. I jumped in I ran down the bank after it to the point where the bank got so overgrown I couldn't keep up with it. I took my wallet and phone and everything out of my pockets. I jumped in the river and I swam a half a mile after that boat. And I started to get tired. So I kicked my Crocs off, and that's what was slowing me down. But like, I'm getting tired. And I'm like, I need to catch it now or
yeah, it'd be gone.
Bad. Well, I'm gone. You're too tired to swim and that. But it's weird though, because you're going with the current. I'm swimming like 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm freaking hauling ass, you know.
Look like the road runner going down the river.
Right. I ended up catching it. I grabbed the gunnels and just hung there for a second, caught my breath. I climbed in and motored back up, scooped my Crocs up with the net, pulled up to the bank, and I will never, ever, ever hop out of a boat without throwing an anchor on the bank.
I worry about it a lot, just putting an anchor down, you know.
Oh, dude.
I'm waiting for one day when I come back, because on the Missouri River, the boat ramps are terrible. Terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's very few good boat ramps that have a nice place to park.
Well, you say that, but there's
The ones
several,
I've been to.
well, there's several ramps that have docks.
I've never been to one with a dock.
Yeah, I guess not in your neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Now that I think about
I
it,
think Atchison is the closest one that has a dock.
Yep, and then you go St. Joe, Rouleau. Those all have docks.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
See, I've never used St. Joe either.
Yeah, I wouldn't ever again.
Yeah.
I used
I
to.
definitely plan to travel more this year and fish other sections of the river, but
I
some
would
of the boat
go.
ramps are scary.
I'd go east, bud. Like,
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yep. But,
100%.
well, let's. I don't know what else. What else about that fish, man? Before we move on to something else.
I don't have anything else to say about it, I don't think.
Everything.
Yeah, I got it back in the water, held it there, you know, probably for a couple minutes, and she swam off, and that was the end of it. I sat there, I let it go, and I sat in that seat for 15 minutes, and I left. I went home. I was pooped.
Really?
Yeah, I went home. I was done fishing. I was that worn out.
That might be one situation, maybe the only situation where I would do the same.
Yeah.
But
So how is that?
I mean, I felt real good leaving. Huh?
Go ahead. Well, say what you're gonna say.
I would say I felt real good leaving that day. I felt like the man.
The double fist bump.
Yeah,
on the
I
way
felt
out.
like the man. I was showing pictures at the boat ramp to people.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
like, yeah, right, dude.
yeah, yeah.
But how has that fish changed your life? I know, like your Facebook and all that's blown up,
Yep.
and it's been shared. I don't know how many times.
A lot,
I watch it every time.
right?
But
Which I wouldn't really say
give
it
us a
changed my
rundown.
life. I mean, I'm still the same guy. I'll always be the same guy, More popularity, I guess. That's about more people helping me out, I guess.
I was gonna say, did you have companies reach out?
I had, yeah.
Did you get your own line of rods through Mad
No.
Cats?
Nope.
Are you going to?
I haven't heard anything about it, so I'd imagine no.
I got you. That's
Yep.
a bummer,
Which,
man.
I mean, rules are rules,
Well,
Like everyone says they know what it is, but then again, there's no proof.
right, and if you
the
have
rules are stated, it's got to be certified.
if he bends the rules for you, then where does it stop? I
Right.
get
Yep.
that.
I mean, I think any company would be that way,
If I ran a company, I wouldn't be that way, but
Right.
I'd probably
I'd
probably run it
Certain
into
things you could,
so.
you could flex the rules a little bit.
There would be a cash deposit with a
Right.
do not say a word.
Right. Which I don't, like I said, I don't expect anything. I'm not asking for stuff. It's just,
No, but
I'm
just
just fishing.
publicity
I'm doing
for
what I
their
love.
rod alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Which should definitely probably help them sell more rods.
But
I
that
wouldn't say it hurt.
if you think any other way, you'll just be bitter and unhappy.
Right. Right.
Like that's the best mindset to have.
I'm just happy I caught the fish and I could let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
I'm
else
not sure
happened,
anyone else. I'm not sure anyone else would have did it that way.
I
I'm sure
like
there's other people that have, would think that way, but
I like to think I would, man, but like
it's in the heat of the moment. You never know. I feel like it's hard to say what you would do.
it is, because
Yeah.
when you have time to think through it,
Yep.
answers seem obvious. But when you're in a whirlwind, when you weren't
Right.
you never expect that.
Yeah. Never. I mean, when will you? Never. We all expect to go out there and catch big fish, but not that big of a fish.
That's
that's the fish you think about when you're laying
Yeah.
in bed.
Yeah.
And, just dream of. When it's in your freaking arms, that's a completely different story.
Yeah. Which, like I said, that didn't even cross my mind in the moment. Like I didn't even think at all that I wanted to keep that fish. I don't know why, but I just have no way to do it.
that just
Worst
says,
case, I would have sat in the water with that fish, 50 degrees outside, 50-degree water. It wouldn't have been pleasant no matter how I looked at it.
No.
But I didn't think about it in the moment. Like I said, I didn't plan on keeping it ever. So
yeah, I don't know what I would do. Like
I've heard it both. People say I would have kept it or I would have did the same thing. But like in the moment, I don't think you would.
And
Make
both
that decision.
both of those answers aren't wrong.
Right. I mean, I'd have every right to have kept that fish.
Yeah.
And then
and not even weighed it, just
Whatever.
filleted it and fed the village.
yeah, I would have the right to do that. So I don't support that, but I
No,
could have.
then you could have got 14 more of them.
Right. And the good thing about me, I don't even eat fish. I hate fish. I can't stand eating it. I do it
Man,
for fun.
I might be down in your neck of the woods in a couple weeks. I might invite you for a fish fry and have you look me in the eyes and tell me this tastes like shit.
I mean, I'll try it. I'll come try it for sure. I don't enjoy it. Never have.
All I know is when I cook fish, there ain't no leftovers.
Right. So I'll definitely give it a try.
Now you got me thinking. I forgot about this until now, because I still don't know what I do. I fished a tournament, like a 3-month tournament. You catch the fish, you weigh it on a scale. It was before me and Ryan before we were buddies. That one tournament Joby put on.
Oh, yeah.
But I caught what would have been the winning fish, and I had it out of the water longer than I liked. And instead of getting the picture on the scale, I just let it go. And then in hindsight, I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why didn't I just hold it in the water for 5 minutes and let it revive and then weigh it? And then I would have won my $200 or
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
I couldn't have got
Would've
that
went
fish back in the boat if I tried that.
Yeah. You both
ain't
would have
no
been in
way.
the water.
Yeah, probably. My boat would have been on spot lock and I would have been floating down the river. Yeah.
That seriously would be my biggest worry if I was alone with
Yeah.
a fish that size.
Like I said, I didn't
almost,
expect it. And I fish alone 90% of the time. So
yeah.
I don't know. That's why I don't need a bigger boat, because I'm always alone. It should be nice to have a bigger boat, bigger live well in case something like that happened. But I don't know if I even had a live well if I would have kept the fish. I don't know. I'd like to say I wouldn't, because I
In
had
your
no
boat-
thought in my mind that time to keep it.
In your boat, you couldn't have a live well big enough
No.
for it.
I'm just saying, if I had a bigger boat, at the time, I don't think I would even keep it then.
Even like 100, like one of them 120 gallon live wells, you wouldn't have tried it.
I might have. Like I said, it's hard to say unless I was in that situation. But I guarantee you, I would have called DNR and they wouldn't have showed up for a day. And I would not have waited there for a day with it in my live well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no chance.
If I would have been in that situation with a boat with 110 gallon live well, I would have put it in there and made phone calls.
I would have put it in live well and got an accurate weight for sure. I would have had someone come and help me weigh the fish.
Yeah.
And maybe if DNR would have came out that day, I would have let it go, or let it get certified. But I don't think they would. Their system is not good for preserving the fish, and I think they actually want you to keep it if they certify it. They want to cut it up and stuff and like test it.
Yeah. Well, they just want to get specs on it. They want to age it, and they want to see what it's in its stomach. And I mean, Seth just commented, that's a good point. Like, there's a lot of states, Tennessee, but not just Tennessee, where you have to kill the fish to certify it.
Yeah, I would never do that. Missouri might be that way. I'm not sure. I've never looked into it.
I'm not sure. I know the former world record was in Missouri, and that fish died.
Yeah, 100%.
That'd be hard pressed to put a fish that size through all of that rigor and expect it to survive.
Right. 100%.
It happens though. Micah did it twice.
Yep.
Yeah. With the same fish.
Yeah.
So you never know. Every fish is going to act different when, under stress and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's it too. Like, Micah did it twice and caught the same fish, probably. Like, you look at it, it looks like the same damn fish. But then, like, Danny, he caught the Kansas state record, and he had it in the live well for not that, like, less than.
I think he said 2 hours and it died.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty sure.
I think it was longer through the certification process, but it was like 8 hours, 10 hours, something like that. I could be wrong.
It died. I think he said it died pretty quick throughout the night, though.
Right.
I can't remember the story.
Yeah, I'm not a details guy.
Yeah, but like I said, we take that chance with every fish we catch. You never know.
Yeah.
If I see it swim away healthy, then I can feel good about myself.
But that's kind of back to what you're saying. Just because a fish swims away don't mean it survives.
Yeah, it does not.
Yeah. They're cold.
It never does. It never does.
But if you fillet it, 100% chance it don't live.
I mean, I try to give them the best chance at surviving, if I would say.
That reminds me, I need to take Danny up on his offer. When I go down there in a couple weeks, I need to swing by and grab a fillet off that 120.
Yeah.
I mean, I would never keep a fish like that to eat.
Right.
But that would be, if you wanted to be the ultimate villain, that would be the ultimate villain flex.
Oh, 100%.
Hang his head on a pole at the boat ramp.
You take videos.
Yeah, it's nailed to a tree.
Well, the best video would be like cooking it. Like it's in the fryer.
One of those spigots that they grill the whole hog on. You got it on there rotating.
That could never be me.
I would feel terrible. Like it. But I will say, if I ever catch a fish like that, or even like anything, any big fish, not big fish, just any fish, and it dies, size doesn't matter. I will never waste an ounce of that
if it were to die, you should respect it and eat it.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Which
That's
I
what,
feel bad for keeping 10 pounders for people. My boat, I don't keep anything.
oh, I love killing catfish, man. I freaking love eating them. Yeah.
Like I said, it helps a lot that I don't eat them. It helps so much.
No, the thing that makes me mad about keeping fish isn't the keeping of the fish. It's even a big fish. Like if you keep and kill a big
It's
fish,
right.
but the thing that makes me mad is if somebody doesn't utilize it all.
Right.
Like if you keep a bunch of big fish, throw them in the freezer, then they get freezer burnt, and you throw them away, and you go kill a bunch of big fish the next year. That's what upsets me.
Wasteful.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's a resource that's utilized in a variety of ways, whether it's sport or consumption or both. Right. Just don't waste.
I feel like
eat all your damn fish.
The over harvest is an issue too. It's like you'll see limliners go out and they'll catch 10 50 pounders. You're not eating that much fish at a time, and you do that every weekend, and there's no way. They got to be giving it away or something, which I guess it's their right to do, but I don't know.
All right, so I'm not quick to point blame at any angling demographic. The set line guys take some heat for it, and maybe some of them. Oh, I guarantee you, some of them are this way. I guarantee you, some rod and reel guys are this.
100%.
Are where they are wasteful fish, or they weaponize the keeping of fish by having fish fries all the time.
Yeah,
like it's excuse to kill fish. But I don't know what over harvest is.
I don't either.
If you see somebody keep 10, 50 pounders, like from our point of view, it seems excessive.
Right.
But for the fishery itself, does it truly impact the fishery? I don't know. I'm a science-based guy, and I'd like to know the hard answers.
The Missouri River, because every year when they spawn, it replenishes itself kind of from everywhere else, because they swim up the tributaries or whatever of the Mississippi. So I wouldn't say it necessarily hurts it, but I mean, if there was 100,000 more people doing it, it would definitely hurt it.
Well, I mean, you look at
in theory, because what's it take them fish 20 years to get that big? I think their lifespan is 25 years.
Here's another alternate way, scientific way to look at it is every fish utilizes resources. Resources are food and space. And if a fish dies, regardless of size, that opens up more space, more food resources for another fish to capitalize on, and allows them to proliferate at a faster rate. So if you're on a watershed that's got a lot of food and a low population of fish, or you lower the population of fish, the remaining fish will have more resources to have better survival rates, grow faster, all those things.
Right.
Like that's the balance of that. So, but different fisheries have different requirements based on habitat availability and forage base.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. Like, do I want to see people kill 50 pounders? Absolutely not, because that's one less 50 pounder that I can catch.
Right.
But how much does it impact the fishery? That part I don't know. How bad is it? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
The Missouri River, though.
We all speculate.
Yeah. I feel like there's enough food in the Missouri River and enough space, but there ain't that many fish in a mile of river, I wouldn't think. Or that will bite at a time, I guess. I'm all fish everywhere, but I can't get them to always bite. So who knows what fish they are? I mean, you don't know if it's a carp or what.
They seem to be sensitive in that river, kind of like me. Maybe that's why I like it. But I mean, but everything we say is speculation.
Yeah, for sure.
Where there's no hard data to support.
I'm not sure the DNR even knows the answer.
No, they don't spend enough money on that. It's not a deer. They don't spend enough money on that. No.
I will give credit where credit's due. Kansas fisheries have done a lot of research on the Missouri River in the last 4 or 5 years, and that research has led to regulations change. And they didn't change the
last year, I think.
But they didn't change. They didn't change the regulations because people wanted them changed. They changed them based on evidence they found through population sampling. And I think that's the way it should be.
100%.
Like either direction. Like
Yeah, people's feelings don't matter. The data matters for sure.
Exactly. Like maybe they find evidence that you can kill every 50 pounder you run across and it ain't going to change nothing. Like that'd be a cool fishery. I'd love to fish that fishery, but
I don't think that's the Missouri River though.
No, there's something about it that seems conducive for a slightly lower population with just your
Bigger
random freak shows that show up. And
I mean, it has the possibility to build freak shows. They might come out of the Mississippi and come up this way to spawn, or you never know. They might not even stay in the Missouri River.
I think the populations move around a ton. They fluctuate a ton.
I mean, blue cats travel a lot.
Well, and we are talking about the body of water you caught it, and I'm not big on sharing bodies of water, but what I will say, and Jesse, we were talking about this before the podcast even started, is you're more than welcome to go try.
Yeah, go. I put in thousands of hours, and
that is a river that will kick you square in the teeth.
Yeah. It'll humble you fast.
Yep. And then you'll have that one day where
any body of water,
as far as numbers go.
Yeah.
But it's hard to have a fishery that's got a super high population
with
and also the possibility of catching a fish like what you caught.
Right. Yeah, you can't really have both.
No. But I think the thing that got mad the most that you let that big fish go was that 90 pounder that was in the secondary structure that had been eyeing that primary spot for about 10 years. He's like, yes, I'm finally moving up. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
It's like, I don't think them fish stick around, They might for a couple days here and there, but I think they're on the go.
Well, I think
in the summer.
So
in the winter,
the right
maybe they'll stay
conditions will
around.
bring him back, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
But I feel,
the area.
Good.
Go ahead.
No, I just feel that, if the conditions are similar, they're going to act similar. So, he'll probably, next time that water cools down, he'll probably move back into that same area.
Maybe. Are blues territorial? I wouldn't say they are, unless they're spawning.
Like flatheads.
Yeah, you can catch the same flathead for 5 years in a row, probably in the same spot or same, half a mile of river.
I will say though, big fish spots are big fish spots for a reason.
100%. There's something there that them big fish like.
It might not be the same individual that's there every year, but some big fish will be there every year.
100%. There's something about spots like that the big fish like. And it's nothing special. You can go fish the same kind of, spot every mile of the river, and they might not produce.
Yeah. Do you think anyone will ever catch a fish of the magnitude you caught?
Yeah, I would think so.
If you had to bet every penny in your savings account on when's it happening? Is it happening tomorrow? Is it happening 100 years from now?
It's hard to say.
Your whole livelihood is based on the correct answer. So don't.
I'd almost say there's probably something close this year to be caught on the Missouri River.
You think? Oh,
wow!
I'll be there in 2 weeks. So.
You never know.
If that's a scientific fact, I'm moving today.
It's not factual, but that's my opinion.
I love
Maybe not. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last fish, which 120, 130? Are you talking about that class of fish or 150-ish?
Your fish, 150-ish.
Right. Which, I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly. You never really know. It could happen tomorrow.
You got to get it right or you lose every penny you got.
I've seen a lot of fish, and I've never seen a fish that looks like that.
That's true. I don't know. Honestly, like 150-pounder. Honestly, I don't think it even come from here on the Missouri River. I'd imagine the Mississippi if it does.
I bet it's on the Mo.
But yeah, the Missouri does seem to produce bigger fish. The Mississippi's more numbers, I would say.
I'm surprised it came where you're at, but I thought maybe the lower stretches. But
yeah, I mean everything just worked out right in my favor, honestly.
Well, yeah, you had 2 shots that landed it. You screwed
Yeah.
up the first one and still got him.
Right.
Like,
Right.
but what you got to pick though? Is it this year? Is it 100 years from now? What are you guessing?
I'll say this year.
This year, I love it. I love it. 2 weeks from
Well, you might get the same fish.
now, YouTube channel.
Yep.
All right.
It's had a lot of pressure here.
I
Well,
bet.
And there's been a lot of people not catching fish here too.
It's a big metropolitan area, man.
Yeah.
Like you got a lot of anglers. And I'm sure after your fish got caught, you had a sudden influx of people from, wherever. And then they realize like, oh, this ain't easy. And then they
It's
leave.
not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see on my way to work, I can see that spot I caught that fish. And I see a boat there at least once a week, at least. Sitting in that general area.
Yeah.
That makes me think even more. I know exactly where or we have fished the exact place and caught good fish in the
I'm
exact
gonna look
place.
up exactly where you live, exactly where you work.
Like I said, we're going to talk about it.
It's a river. You never know where they'd be.
Well, that's the other thing that's unique about that watershed is you have Gavin's Point Dam in South Dakota, and it flows freely all the way to the Mississippi that also flows freely all the way to the Gulf of freaking Mexico. Like, in theory, you could have caught a bull shark.
Yeah.
Up right where you're at.
I'm sure eventually we will.
I don't know, man.
They start spawning in fresh water more, we might.
Well, they do.
That's what I'm saying. The more years they do that, the more adapted they will be to it.
They've been doing it for millions of years. That's what they do. Like they spawn in bays and river systems.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, they say they catch them in fresh water. I don't know how far they'll leave, but
they'll go thousands of miles.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could be up this way. You never know.
The Brisbane River in Australia, they'll catch 6 to 10 foot bull sharks 1,500 miles from the ocean.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And that's as fresh of water as you get, and you don't go swimming in that. Well, you got the bull sharks plus the crocodiles.
I was gonna say bull sharks probably aren't your biggest worry.
Right.
No, I'm definitely more scared of crocodiles.
I don't plan on getting in the river at all, so I think I'll be safe.
It does amaze me the amount of recreational traffic on that river, and like people.
I've been seeing more and more.
Yeah.
Tubes and jet skis. It amazes me. I would never.
If you go further north, you get into areas that don't have very many lakes.
Yeah, I could see that where they'd want to get their boats out and stuff.
And it'd be one of the few lakes or bodies of water in the area where you can actually isn't no wake.
Right.
So, because otherwise you got to drive hours to go to a lake that you can get your boat on plane. So I kind of get that, but I also kind of get that river will kill you in an instant.
And you never know. There's metal and sticks and rock. You don't know where stuff is in that river.
Yeah.
And it changes every year. Every flood, it changes.
Yeah. Well, it's all sand.
Yeah.
It just shifts around, I
mean, hell, there could be a sunken barge somewhere you're going to hit in the middle of the river. You never know.
They're there. I've seen them.
Which they do a pretty good job at keeping it clear because they have traffic that go through it, but not enough for me to trust pleasure boating out there.
No.
That makes probably 3 of us, probably more than that. But.
Yeah. If I'm going to be in that stretch, I'm not pleasure boating, I promise.
I want to hear about your boat too. We talked about this fish and we might come back to this fish and take questions, but what you started doing a boat project. How can you even handle not fishing?
It sucks. I've been a few times. I've convinced my buddies to take me out, but it needed it bad. I bought that boat, which I went.
What year is it?
For my boat? It's an 88.
Oh, it's the same age as me. It's 37 years old.
So I went a couple years without having a boat, like a big boat. I'd buy a John boat and fish the Kansas River in the summertime, and then sell it. But this boat, it was $1,500. This boat I bought, the Lumacraft.
Hell yeah!
You need to find Ryan. You need to find one just like it.
It needed a transom when I bought it, and all the floors were pretty much you're falling through them.
Perfect.
And I used it all summer. I used it all summer.
Yeah,
So
it floated.
yeah,
Sure.
it leaks, but it floated. So I used it all summer, and it was in desperate need of, getting rebuilt.
So
Which I could have just go ahead.
Did you just buy it this last year then?
Last year? Yep.
Oh, so you haven't had it very long.
In the spring.
Gotcha.
No, I had it probably. I think I got it in June, early June last year.
Okay. So, all right, I'm assuming you replaced the transom?
I did all aluminum transom, all aluminum floors. I
Nice.
rebuilt the whole front deck,
Nice.
which I should have honestly just did it with wood, and I could be fishing right now. Because replacing floors in a transom is a quick job, but I custom build everything, so and I'm not a fabricator.
Yeah. Oh, metalworking's a new thing, like a new level of.
Yeah,
I mean, cutting it's the same. Like you're just cutting it
right,
with
for sure.
tool,
It just costs a little more when you mess up.
right.
Yeah.
But all right, so give us the rundown of what you're doing. Like you're putting new floor, new transom. What else?
All aluminum floor, all transom, new windows. I built a new front deck. I got it painted, all vinyl flooring, vinyl
Nice.
on the gunnels, jack plate, and that's pretty much it.
Same motor.
Same motor, yep.
What's it got on it?
Yamaha 115, 88.
Oh shit, that thing scoots.
She's a runner. It'd run 45 on flat water.
That's what I was gonna ask if it was
Yeah.
mid 40s or not.
I could get about 42 up the Missouri and about 48 coming down
Without a jack plate?
without.
Oh, you'll bump her up to you'll be mid 40s, I bet. You get her dialed up just right.
Right. So
It'll
she
take
ran
the-
45 before, so hopefully I get a little bit more out of it.
That's what I'm saying. You learn to like where that motor likes to be with that jack plate, plus just the setback in general will give it some cleaner water. Yeah,
And I just did a 4-inch jack plate, so not much, but it definitely will push it back a little bit.
Why'd you go 4 and not 6?
I don't know. I don't know much about them, to be honest. I didn't want to put too much leverage on the transom.
Well, shit, the transom's brand new. This is the best time to put more leverage.
Right. And it sits so low in the back already. I don't know how it's rated for a 115, but it is. It was way too heavy for that boat.
Have you thought about putting pods?
I need to.
I would say obviously run it the way it is.
Right. I'm going to test it this next year. I want to put a 4-stroke on it next year. And if I do, I'll probably have to do pods.
Oh, you will. Because it'll be.
But I moved a lot of weight forward, so I might have run the whole boat. Honestly, it might be ruined. Because I scooted everything forward. Consoles, deck. So I could be out of a boat.
If you moved it forward, you can move it back if you have to. So you'll figure it out. You'll get it dialed up, man. Like I can relate on that with my little jet boat right now.
Yeah.
It's been, it wasn't a jet boat and I turned it into a jet boat. And then when I went from what it was to where it is now, I turned it into a problem boat is what I really turned it.
Yeah, you were talking about that last time. I heard that. Yeah. Water coming over the edges and stuff.
He's like, this boat is so awesome. Let's fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's usually how I do it too. You try to fix it and then you break it.
Yeah. Or I tried to fix it when there's nothing wrong with it. You know?
Yeah.
I think I'll get her dialed up. I'm waiting on some parts, but like when you put a new motor on the boat and you go run it and you hammer down on it and there's suddenly water spilling over the transom.
That's never good.
Oh, that's kind of alarming, you know. Glad I got a build. Oh, the build's just plugged. And
you went from a 25 to a 60, right?
60-40. It's a jet.
Still a 60. It weighs more than a 60 because the jet.
Yeah. So it had a jack plate on it, and that motor was set back 6 inches. So a 2-stroke 25 horse weighs about 110 with 6-inch setback. So you have more leverage. Pulling down on the back end. The motor I have now is 210 instead of 110. So it's an extra 100 pounds, but it also is now mounted right to the transom. So it's not horrible, but you can tell that weight's there because it's set up so high too that it's a little tippier, but it's really tippy when it's got 50 gallons of water in the back of it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, and you got pods on that or no?
Oh yeah. Ain't no
Still
way.
that way. You
Yeah,
just
there
need
ain't
longer
no-
pods.
Yeah, he's about to put a pod on a pod.
Yeah, just put like 3 pods stacked on each other.
That'd be hilarious.
6 foot off the back.
I just want them even. Like they're
Yeah.
uneven. So
Really?
now that it's got more ponies pushing it, it actually pulls to the right.
Yeah.
And then it also porpoises really bad now because of, and I've played around with that with weight distribution, and I'm starting to dial that in a little bit. But
Yeah, that plays
when
a
you're
big
driving
role.
when you're driving a boat and the front end's going like this, and it's also pulling to the right, and you're hanging onto the tiller handle, it's like
Yeah,
you're
a
driving.
little scary.
It's like you're on a bucking bronco, man, just hanging on for dear life, you know.
Yeah, if that handle comes out of your hand, you're going for a ride.
Oh, I'm doing donut. Like if that handle slips out of my hand, I'm doing a donut.
I'm sure you'll get flipped right out of the boat too.
I'm
pretty
going
quickly.
flying. Million percent.
It's a lot of G-force.
Yeah. But that's why they make a kill cord. So
Mhm.
we're good.
Skip will be in the boat.
Do you
like,
wear the kill cord?
hell, dude.
I wear it sometimes. You know.
I've never wore one.
Well, with your boat, when
Yeah.
you're sitting in a council, like even if you were to somehow get spun around or something,
Yeah.
the odds of you getting launched versus like get rolling around. The thing though, all right, the more we talk, I say this and think about it. Your worry is not getting ejected as much as it is getting thrown into something, get knocked out.
Yeah.
Because if you're knocked out, I might have just talked myself into wearing the kill cord because like that river kind of, I was talking about kayaking, being confident as long as you don't hit something. But if you're unconscious and you're
Yeah, you
floating
can't do
down,
anything.
yeah. Because when
I
you
hit
hit,
a tree at 45 and I had an old low and I hit it at 45 and I did a 180 in the river. I was facing the opposite direction. All my stuff was at the front of the boat and I don't know what was going on, you know?
yeah.
Damn.
So I could have very easily got flung out there, you know?
I mean, stuff happens. Like we were fishing that MRM last summer, and we were running up river at 4:30 in the morning in the pitch
Right.
black, and we had 2 barges coming down staggered. And for some reason, I was like, thought it was a good idea to suggest we run between them.
Yeah.
And we ran between them, and we spearheaded one of them waves, and I bet we took 300 gallons of water into that.
I bet. I've hit a few on the Missouri that were pretty sketchy.
Right. Yeah,
I don't think that river is big enough for barges.
running. I'd rather run our little rivers and dodge trees at night. But some of that's familiarity too. You know, it's probably
The more time you spend somewhere, the more confident you'll be.
and it's probably just as dangerous on them small rivers, but it doesn't feel like it because it's what I'm used to. It's what I grew up around and spent the most time around and most comfortable with. You know,
Right.
And it's hard to drown in 4 inches of water.
Yeah, you fall out of the boat, you could probably stand up.
that's it. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
In a lot of the places I kayak, it's like, aren't you worried about like capsizing? Like, no, I'll just stand up.
Right.
My knees won't be wet.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's so you did all that. Are you putting a welded windshield on that boat too?
Yep.
That'll be a sick boat, man. Like the paint
Yeah, it's
job
gonna be
looks
great.
sharp, and I'm excited for you. When do you think you're going to be done?
Hopefully by the end of the month.
Really?
I said that last month too, though. I got it. I just hung the motor and stuff today,
Nice.
which I don't have much more to do. I just got to bend a couple hatch lids, and I got to build the back wall under the splash well and wire it, and that's pretty much it.
Well, the wiring.
Yeah. Which it's all kind of plug and play, but
What do you got to wire in? Your
just lights, bilge pump. I'm putting a washdown pump on there. I got to wire in.
okay.
I mean, in the sonar, obviously, but I mean that's all pretty simple stuff.
So we'll say you got a day there. You got a day. You're probably 2 or 3 days away of.
If I actually work on it, yeah. I'm to the point now. I'm sick of it. I really am. As bad as that sounds, I am sick of working on that thing.
You're making me want to drive down there and help get it done.
We'll
Right.
have a boat party and get it knocked
Yeah.
out.
Dude, those are
It
the
doesn't
best
have much
parties. You freaking show up with a case of beer and just hammer it out.
I'm just burnt out on it. It was a lot bigger of a project than I would have assumed from the start.
Dude, anything with a boat, well, however much time you think, you can double it, triple it, quadruple it, and that's reality.
Yep.
All right, we got to revisit like and share contest. Don't forget, like and share at the end of the podcast. Jesse's going to pick a number between 1 and however many, like the million people who shared or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got 80,000 watching.
25 people watching.
80,000. That's there's a podcast I listen to because I just listen to all kinds of fishing podcasts. It's Luke Duncan's. It's bass fishing, but I like the competition side of things, so I listen to it. And he's a character, but that's what he always does. If he's got 100 people watching, he goes 100,000 people watching right now. I always got a kick out of that. But yeah, like, share, and then we'll do the like, share giveaway for some lightly used badass Berkeley lightning rods, which I don't know. They're the best bang for your buck fishing rod out there, if you ask me.
Absolutely. Yeah, if I wouldn't have got those striper stealths, they wouldn't be going anywhere.
Right.
I've never used them.
They'd be a good moon eye rod or gold eye rod. Like if you're pitching bobbers for gold eyes.
Right. I can't catch them either. I can't catch anything on that river other than a blue cat, I swear. I don't know what it is. I've bobber fished, worm fished. I can't catch anything else.
God, there's just fish. Like there's not like a lot of preferred fish, but it's the rough fish capital of the world. Like the amount of carp and gar in that river is
it's bad.
insane.
Yeah. I don't want to catch no carp or gar. I got no interest in them. Carp for bait, that would be nice. But other than that, the gar can stay away. If they're not 10 foot long, I don't want them.
I think they're neat. I don't knock. No, I feel the same way about gar as I do channel cats.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, that's not true because I love channel cats, but like I like them up to the point that they kill my live baits.
Right.
When I'm flathead fishing.
Yep.
You know, like if I throw a bluegill out or a bullhead out and a gar kills it, I don't like the gar.
Right.
A channel cat kills it, I don't like the channel cat. Outside of that, I like them. You know, the thing with gar too is like I have a lot of respect for them because they're there when the dinosaurs were here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they are so good at being alive that they don't have to evolve. They already mastered it. They already got it nailed.
Yeah. I just wish they were bigger here.
Yeah.
If they were big, I'd enjoy it. But, you know, they're a foot long.
No, you got long nose in that river that are freaking. Like
I've not caught one.
You could catch a 5 foot long nose out of that river.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah.
I caught one out of the Kansas that he was pushing 5 feet if he wasn't 5 foot. Like he was 50 some inches.
Yeah, that river is real good at gar fishing.
But then when they get that big, they pull pretty good.
Yeah, the big ones for sure. The little ones they're more of a pest in my eyes.
The short nose, they fight like a walleye. You just reel them straight in and they shake their head back and forth, and that's about it. We were walking baits, me and my nephews out there. I was trying to teach them how to walk baits, and we were on this shallow sand flat with like moderate current, but there wasn't much timber. There wasn't much for them to get snagged on. Like a good place to kind of learn the feel of hopping it along and everything, and
not pulling it through trees.
Right. Well, my oldest nephew had a long nose gar bite that looked almost as big as an alligator gar.
Really?
Dude, wow. It was the biggest long nose I've ever seen. We didn't land it, but I shit you not, it was as big around as a basketball.
Really? Yeah, I've never seen one like that.
Like I thought he had a catfish for a second because he was hopping it and suddenly he about got yanked out of the boat.
Damn.
And and he's not big, you know, like it doesn't take a lot to yank him out of the boat. But
right.
But I grabbed him on the back of the shirt and he's like, Uncle Spencer, I got one, you know, he's fighting. And this thing pops up behind the boat and my jaw about hits the boat floor, you know, like literally it is as big around as a basketball. Its head is like 8 inches wide.
Jeez.
That's a big long nose for sure.
Just a freak. Like I said, I caught that one that was 50 some inches, and this thing dwarfed it.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm not saying it's the equivalent of the blue cat that you caught.
But in the gar world.
Yeah. And it was not caught. The hook pulled before we could land it. But
I feel like they're hard to hook too, especially the long nose. Their mouths are pretty skinny, but you said it was pretty wide. So
yeah, like if I would have been in Texas, my first thought would have been like, that's a gator gar.
Right.
But we weren't in Texas.
Right. You know? Which I used to use like kale hooks. I'd catch them a lot more. And not circles only, you know, it's a lot harder to get them hooked on a circle.
When you get them around that bottom jaw or it goes through that stuff down every once in a while. But yeah, I'm with you. Like kales do better. But
yeah.
Kind of you were talking about not having to chase that fish. When you were talking about it, I had the image of one that happened this summer where I was walking a bait down south and a gator gar ate it. I was walking it, but it was a medium action bass rod, 30-pound braid. And it almost spools me before I can turn the trolling motor off.
Yeah.
And then I spin the trolling motor around and push my boat downriver, and I'm just chasing it, you know. And the hook had ended up pulling, but it almost spooled me before I could hit a button.
Right. When I've had 60-pounders where I had to chase them. 60s and 70s where I had to chase them down.
Well,
that's 60 to 80. I feel like is the hardest fighting blue cats you can catch. Maybe 60 to 70.
You haven't caught 100 to 120 yet.
True.
You just skipped it and went to the damn moon.
Yeah.
True. I don't think I'll ever break my PB again. Maybe though. You never know.
I hope you do. That would be really cool.
Hopefully, I have someone with me to weigh it.
If anybody catches like a 150. And it's not me or Spencer. I hope it's you.
I appreciate it.
You earned it.
I can get behind that. What's
I have someone to help
just
me weigh
be sure I'm way above both you guys.
Yeah.
It's not close.
It's not even close.
I'm not going to ask you who's number 2 because I don't want to be disappointed. Do you have a favorite time of year to fish? Just a random thought I
like high water spring fishing on small rivers.
So does it kill you right now? A
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Which luckily the fishing don't seem too great yet, but I'm sure in the next week, 2 weeks, it's going to get real good.
Spring is sprunging around here.
If we get more rain, I'm talking bank full. I want it to the top. That's when I like it the best here.
What's your strategy when it's high like that? I've never fished the Mo when it's up. I've always fished it when you.
I don't fish the Missouri when it's that high. I fish the little rivers, fish creek mouths, stuff like that.
Do you catch big blues in those smaller rivers too?
Yep.
Interesting. That's kind of fun.
Which I assume they're going up there to spawn.
They're not spawning for a while, but I bet.
I know, but they're working their way to it. You know.
I bet they're going there because that's where the food opportunities are, so they can grow their eggs to spawn.
Yeah.
That's probably
in the grand scheme of things. You know, they're moving to spawn, basically. Eating or doing whatever they're doing to spawn.
Yeah, and that's why
all that's on their mind until it's over. You know,
but I mean, you know, normal water height bumping on the Missouri River it's honestly probably my favorite, to be honest. Other than springtime fishing, if I could pick, I'm bumping.
Do you ever get burnt? Well, you don't hardly fish that much because your damn boat. As I say, do you ever get burnt out bumping? Because I do.
I mean, I definitely been burnt out last year a little bit, but not where I'm not going to do it next time I come out. You know, I might anchor for the rest of the night. You ever anchor for an hour or two and then go back to bumping?
Do you ever bump at night?
Yeah, all the time. Oh. That's all I fish is at night, pretty much, unless it's cold.
Because of work?
Just I prefer nighttime fishing.
I'm
always have. I mean, in the summer I won't get out there till 9 o'clock.
Really?
Yep.
I get lazy when the sun goes down.
Hey, I'll find somewhere to anchor up and I'm going to sleep.
That's
I'll
my
bump, I'll bump 4 or 5 hours, anchor a couple spots and I'm hitting the hay.
yeah. That's that. Sleeping in the boat's my style.
Yeah.
What, do you sleep in the boat on anchor?
Yep.
God, you're
I've
see.
woke up to some scary situations though.
You think I'm crazy for wanting to float a
Yeah.
or for kayak in the Missouri, and I think you're crazy for sleeping in the boat.
I've definitely woke up floating down river before, multiple times.
That's terrifying. I did it one time, and I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Like I woke up, I don't know, probably a dozen times, and then about 4 in the morning, I passed out hard and woke up at a 7 or 8, and my boat had moved 100 feet.
Yeah.
And there was barges like going by a ways away, and I'm assuming it's the barge wakes that made it happen.
Right.
But the way the current laid out, if my anchor had like busted free or whatever, I would have drifted into the traffic lane.
Yeah. And they wouldn't have seen you.
No, so
I
that's
try to, if I do, I've definitely don't sleep as much as I used to. I'll fish till 4 or 5 and then go home. But if I'm anchoring and going to sleep, I'm going to either try to be in like really low current area or pull up on a sandbar.
yeah. I really enjoy sleeping in the boat pulled up on a sandbar. Like I feel if the boat is touching the bank and I'm secured to the bank, I have no issues with it. But
Right.
being floating on anchors, I wouldn't sleep very good.
Yeah. I used to not care as much, I guess. Younger.
I
What
think
could happen?
we can all say that.
Luckily I've never had anything crazy happen, but I've definitely woke up floating down river, and that's your heart's pounding real fast.
Yeah.
I tied off to a log in one of the small rivers up here and fell asleep about midnight. And the water was lowish, but not super low. It didn't come up or anything, but I was in a 14-foot John boat. This was several years ago. And I woke up at 3 in the morning when a tree hit like a whole tree floating down the river, hit the side of the boat. It wasn't moving fast. I didn't wasn't close to sinking or anything.
Right.
But my head was right next to the side of the boat.
Might have shit a little bit.
Yeah. I pop up and I flip my headlight on. I'm like, holy shit, that's a whole tree,
I've had that happen in heavy current in Missouri, That's scary. Get stuck on your anchor rope or something.
Like a tree?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
That's terrifying. So what happened?
You've never had that happen?
No.
You just got to kind of wedge it off there. It's scary.
Like I've had trees floating towards me, and as they get closer, I push them off.
Right.
But I look up river a lot.
Yeah.
I have ADHD.
Yeah, I don't pay attention.
But I'm all over the place, dude. I'm looking at the rods, I'm looking behind the boat, I'm looking at my buddy, I'm looking at my phone, pulling up logs, going through data, checking river levels, like talking to my camera, messing with camera batteries, like if you had a snapshot into my brain, it would just you get I think that most people would be tired just like trying to
just watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb, man. And it's a blessing and a curse. Like that's one reason I like to work out is because that just calms the noise times, I don't know how I edit a video. Like maybe it's because that's like my opportunity to like focus.
Yeah.
But when I'm on the water, like I'm looking around so much. I've seen trees coming and prevented that from happening, but that's so far, fingers crossed, like that's never happened.
I've had a lot of sketchy situations. Like when you're fishing, super high water on the small rivers, there's a lot of trees coming down.
Oh, Ryan and I last time we weaved my boat through a small forest floating downriver.
I did that a lot.
Unbelievable.
I've chose to go fishing a lot when I shouldn't have.
I feel like you're talking about the small rivers, but I feel like the Missouri is the worst.
It is, but when it's super high, like I said, I don't fish it.
You go into those smaller waterways. So, all right. So, what's the sketchy? Like, tell me a story. Like, what's something dumb that happened? Something sketchy that happened?
Well, So that one day when I hit that tree, it was like 2 a.m, 45 mile an hour, and it was like the only tree in the river. And it spun me 180, you know, and
It
I
was
was
magnetized.
disoriented. I didn't know what was going on. Most of my sketchy things happen on the small rivers, to be honest. Because it's always like when it's super high, that's where I'm at. So, I mean, we've had full trees stuck in between the transom and the motor, like huge, big, fat trees. Pulled the drain plug out
Oh,
because
Jesus.
I used to have the little flip tab. Never run that drain plug. But I had my buddy like
You
laid up
there?
in the splash well. You can't hear me?
You're cutting out.
Am
No,
I?
you're cutting out. You said something about a tree stuck in the splash well and the
Stuck in
plug.
between the motor and your transom and rips the plug out.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it like the river is full of trees. You can't like I couldn't get on plane, you know, to help drain the water out. So I got my buddy laying upside down, like in through the hatch, holding his fingers in the drain plug hole, trying to make it back to the boat ramp.
Oh,
That was probably the sketchiest time we've had.
You didn't have a bilge, obviously.
Not a good enough one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was a sketchy, 25 minutes back to the boat ramp.
Oh, how many years do you think
3
that
mile an
shaved?
hour.
How many years do you think that shaved off your life?
Probably 5.
Yeah.
Stressing out.
Oh, that's hilarious. I mean, you look back and it's funny. In the moment, you're losing your shit. But yeah.
That's the stuff you remember, though. I mean, it makes good memories.
Yeah.
I used to be so sensitive, like
Used to be good one.
Good. Nice. Well played. Well played. I didn't realize what jet boats could do for a long time. So even when like rivers were up and stuff, I'd see a boil and I'd go around them because I wouldn't want to hit whatever made the boil, and that just that anxiety of worry. And now looking back, knowing what they can handle and they can do, it's like, man, I probably shaved a couple years off my life worrying for no damn reason.
Hell, I'd be going through them with the prop.
Right.
Hey, if you're gonna hit something, you're gonna hit something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm with my, fishing buddies or by myself, I have zero issues.
Yeah.
When I'm running a guide trip,
you can't do that stuff. Yeah.
I am just so nervous about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have every right to be in that situation, though.
Is the boat gonna die? Is something gonna happen? Are we gonna catch fish?
Right.
Do I? It just a million things just kills me on a
I
guide.
get it. I get that. I absolutely get that.
There's a lot more that goes into a guide trip, though, than fun fishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're good, like if you care, you know, like the guide that you want to have, there's more that goes into it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like any guide should be that way, but I'm sure there's some that aren't.
No, I met them.
Yeah.
Hey, screw you, Spencer.
Right.
I will say, like, the majority of dudes are that guide or putting their heart and soul into it.
Right.
But there's always, a couple that don't. But
yeah. I wouldn't want a guide, man. I'm trying to fish myself.
No, and that self-awareness is good. Like, I
think it would run fishing for me.
And I think it ruins fishing for a lot of guides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to be, I don't know, it's a different mindset. It's a different
for sure
on that. But I enjoy it. I wish I had more time to do more trips. I'm not going to be able to run that many trips this year. Ryan's getting all the trips or the majority of the trips this year.
I feel like it would stress me out more than I would want. I go fishing to relax.
Yeah.
I don't want to be pressured to have to put fish in the boat,
I live to be on the water.
Right.
I don't have to catch the fish. The fish is kind of the catalyst to get me there, but like I just love being out there. And if I get to reel them in, it's awesome. If somebody else reels them in, it's awesome. Like, I just freaking love being on the water. Like, and I just pray that no matter what happens, I'll be able to find a way to make a living being on the water.
Yeah.
I always tell my guide trips, if you were here or not, I'd be in this exact same place doing
Right.
the exact same thing.
Right.
So I'm just glad that you came along to enjoy it with me.
And that's the best mindset you could possibly have, in my opinion. And you're a worker, dude. Like you're not gonna pump your tires too much, but I will say if I was gonna like if I'm booking a guided trip, your mentality that you approach things with is the mentality I would want my guide to have, because like there's a lot of dudes who are really good fishermen, but they don't put in the effort to provide their client with the best possible chance of catching the fish.
Right.
And you do both, bud. Like, so
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to book a trip, go with Ryan, like, come on.
And I mean, you're part fishing guide, you're part stand-up comedian, you're part,
Yeah, you got to do it all.
tour guide. You're doing a little bit of everything just to, if somebody doesn't remember a trip that I took them on, I'd be upset.
That's your failure. Like whether you caught good fish or not, did you make it a great, memorable experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why, 80-90% of my guide trips are repeat. I get the number and they're already saved in my phone.
Yeah.
So,
and if that doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does.
Yeah. I'd be like,
repeat customers definitely show something more than a lot of new customers.
Absolutely.
But I mean, both word of mouth goes a long way also. So
yep.
And we're in Iowa, so we don't get a whole lot of new customers.
Right.
See, here's where the problem is with the Iowa guiding is people love the big fish. I mean, that's why you're here, Jesse. Like you caught a big ass fish, like the biggest fish, so we're talking to you about it. But where Iowa really shines, like the pride of Iowa in my eyes is the 2 to 10 pound channel cat that, like, I went to the river today. I had 5 hours. I didn't know exactly where the fish were. I had a general idea. I missed on the first 3 spots. And then we made a 2-mile run. And for the next 2 hours, we just caught consistent fish for 2 hours between 1 and 11 pounds. And it was great. It was fun, and we caught 9 in 2 hours. So if you go with a guide who's dialed and puts you on those spots from the get-go, you're catching 9. You go on a 6-hour trip, you're catching 27 fish, maybe more.
Right.
Like if they're extra dialed, between 2 and probably 15 pounds and on the right tackle. Holy crap. Is that a lot of freaking fun?
Right.
Like that 11-pounder laid that rod over and ripped 10 feet of line off of the rod.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I enjoy bluegill fishing. I wouldn't say I enjoy it more than, trophy catfishing, but I just enjoy fishing in general for anything.
Yeah.
I can't say I complain about any of it.
Dude, I think bluegills are the most sought after fish. I mean, they're the most caught fish for sure, but I think they're also the most sought after fish on top of that. And that's sweet. It's funny you bring that up because it was 2 days ago. I was talking to, might have been Ella. Like, I need to film a video catching some big bluegills. I think that would be a really fun video, and I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah,
especially
I enjoy it a lot.
And it's multi-purpose because now you got to fill the bait. Bait tank.
Right.
I go catch 2-pound bass all day, and I'm content. I enjoy myself a lot. I have fun with it all.
I burn myself out on farm pond bass fishing. Like if I go to a lake or a reservoir or a river and it's a different scenario, a different bit of scenery, I'd feel different about it. Well, smallmouth, I love catching river smallmouth, but going to a farm pond and catching bass, it's all right. I'm not going to be like unhappy.
Right. It's hard to be unhappy when you're fishing.
But if I have options, like I can choose to go to this pond and chase largemouth, or I can go to this pond and fish for bluegills or crappies, and there's good ones in there, I'm probably just going to chase the bluegills and crappies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll probably still catch some bass,
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Farm pond bass are dumb, and I do appreciate that, though.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, if I pick and choose what I'm fishing for, catfish all day, but I do enjoy it all.
I mean,
Like bait fishing, it could be a chore, you know. But I have fun doing it.
Well, that was kind of what I was going to get at with the bluegills. Is this time of year I would really enjoy that. August rolls around and I've done nothing but bluegill fish for like 3 months straight.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite have the level of enjoyment as it once did. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Well, hey,
my favorite bait fishing is, my girlfriend. That's the only time she'll fish with me is bait fishing. My daughters, they'll jump in and go bait fishing. So that definitely takes the chore part out of it and brings back the enjoyment. But
sure.
But yeah, there's something to be said with, I got a guide trip in 2 days and
I got to get bait.
The creeks are bank high and you're going to 18 spots just to get enough for a running trip. And
I mean, that changes things though at that point.
I'm really looking forward to taking Otto bullhead fishing.
I haven't found any good bullhead spots here. I wish I did.
I'll double cheers to that. No, they're there. You just gotta look for them.
I know a few spots to catch small ones, but we don't have no big dogs.
The irony of bullheads.
Even when you're in a spot where you're only catching little ones, cut a chunk of bullhead up and throw it in there. See if you don't get some bigger ones.
Yeah.
And then
we're gonna be drunk by the end of this conversation.
The biggest ones are where there's no flatheads. That's the irony of
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of times where I'm fishing a pond or a creek and I'm catching small, and I cut one of them up, throw out there, then you start catching the bigger ones on the bullhead.
Really?
Yep.
Hot dogs get big ones too.
All the bullhead I catch, man, they swallow the damn hook.
God damn it, Jesse and I got to open another beer.
The hot dogs get the big one reminds me of my college days.
Oh, jeez.
We just call that Tuesday, bud.
Let's do our like and share giveaway.
All right.
Let me pull up the book of faces.
I've got the rod sitting here in the corner.
All right.
Just to show people they're real.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. They're right here.
All right,
give me your address.
We got I clicked the share button and it's not showing me who shared it.
I have a Catch the Fever cardboard tube that they will be coming in from my last shipment from Catch the Fever.
Nice. So they're going to be safe.
They will be safe.
Let's
They will come in a very oversized package.
I'm sure it ain't cheap to ship rods either, is it?
I think
I've never shipped one.
It's probably like $30-$40 would be my guess.
That's better than I would have thought it would have been.
Why won't it let me? I click on the share and it doesn't show me who shares.
Well, if it's any more than that, I will just send them a Bass Pro gift card and then
buy a rod. Yeah.
All right, I got it. We got 1, 2, and I'm looking at the ones that are showing the people who have public sharing. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys talk about something. I got to count.
So, what do you got planned for the summer, Jesse? You got any trips, or you just pretty much fish the mow?
I pretty much just wing it, honestly.
Yeah.
I am going to go down to Alabama and fish with my buddy Matt. He moved down there last year, so sometime I'm going to go down that way, but just the Missouri River usually. I fished a couple of the small lakes up this way, but.
Is he like Wheeler Wilson area?
Yep, North Alabama, yes, sir.
Nice.
I went down there in December on the coldest week that I could have, the worst cold front, and it was a blast. It's beautiful down there.
It's awesome.
You still probably caught a pile of fish, especially.
Yeah, we caught quite a few fish.
So we were talking about how you have a body of water that produces freaks, or you have a body of water that produces quantity.
Right. It does both, honestly.
That's what I'm getting at is the Tennessee and the lower Mississippi seem to be the places that you get both.
Yeah.
All right.
I enjoyed it a lot, so I'm definitely going to go back.
Jesse, pick a number between 1 and 31.
14.
14. Okay. All right, you guys talk about stuff. I have to count again.
But yeah, I loved it down in Alabama. It was, I guess it might have just been it was something different, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah, there's
normally
a lot
fish
to be said
different.
about that.
I don't fish much different a lot.
Yeah. Which, when you're in your area and you got your system
Right.
down, it's hard to, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I could travel anywhere on the Missouri and be fine and, you know, feel comfortable fishing it.
Yeah.
But we also have, I feel like from St. Joe to Lexington is the worst stretch of the Missouri River through the whole thing. Like just
Yeah.
how the wing dikes and stuff are structured and the flats, and I just feel like it is the worst section of river on the Missouri.
Was Lexington, Missouri, or Kansas? I can't remember.
Missouri.
I'm trying to remember where Lexington's at.
It's like an hour south or east of us.
You think that's the worst?
From there to probably St. Joe, this area, yeah. It gets better as you get towards Lexington. Our area, though, is just, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's the best.
Dude, I
There's
love
no
it.
structure. There's like,
I love your area.
the dikes are all weird. I don't know. I love it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's terrible.
I have fished from Blair, Nebraska to St. Louis. I love your area.
Really.
Yes.
I mean, it's definitely good and it produces fish. It's just, I don't think it's set up.
No, I only caught
Not being set up the best.
160 pounder. It's
I'm not
garbage.
complaining. I'm not complaining.
It's
I'm
not
just saying.
that great, you know.
And you know, double digits over 80. No,
Right.
big,
Yeah.
Right.
no big deal.
Yeah. Only caught a bunch of 80s and 160 pounder, you know. Like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good section of river. It just, I don't feel like it's the best section of river on the Missouri. It's one of the worst, I would say.
All right, so
Still pretty damn good.
I think all the Missouri River is pretty good, though. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, the farther north you go, the worse it gets for big fish, I would
maybe
imagine. But there's been big fish caught up in Nebraska, so 100 plus.
there's been 130-pound fish caught in South Dakota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you never know.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere.
I need your advice on this, guys. Because we're not in big numbers, so we're having a repeat here. The last like and share. So the number you picked is the winner. Was the winner of the last like and share competition.
They're just lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
And maybe he's listening, maybe he's not. But do we go with a repeat
you
winner?
got
It's only fair.
You got to. He's the
Okay.
winner.
He's just lucky.
If he says give it to someone else, we will. But if not,
Okay.
it's it.
Okay, so it's Mitchell. Gosh, wait, did he know that? Maybe he. I can't. All right, I thought I knew, and gosh, I'm not a details guy, which includes names. Mitchell Tiggs is the winner. So
Mitchell Tiggs.
Mitchell, get
No,
a hold
he-
of me on Facebook and shoot me
No.
an address.
now, I'll what
He won
message
two,
River
so-
certified.
Okay.
Okay, Mitchell did win. Okay, I thought he won. Like I couldn't remember, but yes, Mitchell, you win twice now. Good for you.
He's
Happy.
lucky.
But yes, send me. Well, actually, you already send me a message of some kind, so it moves to the top of the inbox, and
Yeah.
I'll forward your information to Ryan, and
Yeah, I'll get him out.
we'll get you some moon eye rods, some walleye rods, because he's out on the Mississippi, out in eastern Iowa, if I remember
Heck
correctly.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. We got another like and share. Let's
And you
let's
don't have
wrap.
to worry about Mitchell listening next week because he wins all the time. He's going to listen every week.
Right.
Right, right.
Keep the streak going.
He
Winners
is our
win,
number
man.
one fan.
Yeah, he's just a winner. He's just a winner. All right, your last cast. That's your chance to throw out any parting messages, cover anything we haven't covered. I don't know. Do you got any sponsorship plugs, anything like that? Like social media plugs? Follow Jesse Lance Facebook, You got
My
any?
TikTok and my YouTube is Chasing Jesse,
All right.
which I'm gonna try to post more YouTube videos, which I haven't because I haven't been fishing, but I'm gonna try. So
Well, it's hard to
and
make fishing videos if you don't fish.
it's very hard to make fishing videos if you ain't fishing. Which I've been bank fishing a few times, but I ain't caught nothing.
I love bank fishing.
I used to. I don't like it as much anymore. I don't know.
I like the simplicity of just walking down. You don't have to worry about like hitting a tree with your lower unit.
Right. It's definitely cheaper to go bank fishing for sure.
It's cheaper. Yeah, your truck gets better gas mileage because you're not
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll always bank fish, and then I'm fortunate that I live in a place where the channel cat is prevalent,
Right.
and then obviously like they're accommodating.
Right.
I just had a thought, Jesse. Have you been on any podcast and shared your story of catching that fish?
I haven't. I've been on a radio show, Bluff City.
Okay.
Yep.
That amazes
no
me.
other podcasts. I had a lot of people hit me up. I just haven't did them, to be honest.
Really? Gosh,
Yeah.
that makes me so. We're special. That makes
Yeah, I
us
guess
special.
so.
Well, Spencer's special at least.
Special,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we talked about your tackle. Who's your sponsors?
Mid-Atlantic Catfish Company, and that's the
Cool.
only one I got.
They make good hooks.
All I got. Yeah. I love the hooks. The old red eye. It's one of the best hooks I've ever used.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm a hook snob. I gotta look it up.
Right.
Old B-Rad down in Alabama. He likes the or he reps the Mid Atlantic. At least last I knew.
Yep.
Red eye.
And I just switched to the 12-aught. That's all I use now is 12-aught. Ever since that fish, I ain't risking it no more. And I've caught 3-pounders on them, so they work.
Well, if they're persistent,
Yeah. I feel a little bad putting that big hook through their head, but it gets the job done.
Well, you didn't tell them to bite.
That's right.
Right. They're the ones that did it.
Enter at your own risk.
Right. But yep, they're my only sponsor, which I was using them, before that. So
Yeah.
That's the way sponsorship should be.
right.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's representing a brand, it should be a brand that they believe in. So
Right.
like whether you used it before, after, whatever, but it's something that you're not doing just for a little bit of money or free product or whatever.
I won't do that. I had a lot of people reach out. I if I ain't gonna use it, I'm not gonna accept an offer.
Yeah.
That ain't who I am.
I don't know if I would have let that fish go 100%, but I do know I won't take a sponsor from a company that I'm not 1,000,000% behind everything they got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna use it, I definitely ain't gonna try to promote it.
Or at least I haven't been. Nobody's been like, I'm going to give you $1 million to
Yeah.
represent
Right.
our city hook.
I mean that
Catch 'em on
changes a
dog
lot of
for
things,
Hey.
I don't know if we're gonna get that out of catfishing though.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah.
My price has not been mentioned or even
Right.
close.
Right.
I feel like my price is pretty high, and it just hasn't even came close. So if I have a sponsor, it's like the real deal.
Right. Yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out, but I turned a bunch down.
Yeah.
Good. That tells you even more so. And I'm looking at them hooks, man. Like they look good. I might order some.
They work. They got a really nice offset. So I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Which I haven't used many of the other hooks just because that's the one I've been using and it's worked great. So I don't want to switch, but I know other people do use the other hooks and they say they work good too. So
Well, blue cats are fairly accommodating. Like
yeah, 100%.
It's the flatheads that are the problem with me with hook selection.
Which
It's
you
like,
normally don't
'cause I
use
want to hook
circle
the
hooks,
blue
right?
well. The best hook for a flathead's a J, but the problem is the best hook for a blue cat's a circle hook.
Yeah.
And
That's
honestly,
why,
like
most of your videos I see you using like Super J's and stuff like that.
yeah, I haven't used Super J's in a long time, but I used a J hook of some type anytime I'm not in blue cat water. If I'm in
Right.
blue cat water, that's where things get weird for me because Like honestly, with a good circle hook, you're hooking over 95% of your blues. You're hooking over 95% of your channel cats. You're hooking 80% of your flatheads, which is still a good number.
Yeah.
But when you're
flatheads, they eat different, so it's kind of hard with the circle hook, you know.
And their mouth is different.
Yep, way
Like,
wider.
The blues and the channels got blubbery lips. They got a lot of fat and stuff for that hook to catch on. Where a flathead not only has a big cavernous mouth, there's not a lot of flap in there,
and their tooth pads aren't as thick, like up and down. I don't think
they're different. They're just different. And a circle hook seems to be about 80% on flatheads. Which,
do you use circle hooks when you're bumping for blues?
Yes, 1,000,000%.
I thought about switching to like Super J's or something because I lose a lot of fish bumping.
Really?
I lose short bites, I would imagine, probably just small fish. Or I don't let them have it long enough.
Like every fish that bites it and runs, I hook.
Really?
Like I can't hardly think of any fish that hits it and pulls it down and I don't hook.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe my bait's too big.
I've used some big baits, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
It might be
probably something I'm doing or something.
It's got to be, because it also doesn't seem to matter that much with what type of circle hook you're using.
Right.
My hookup rate's pretty good bumping, so I bet it's a mechanical thing.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of bumping is mechanical things. Something you're doing wrong affects it a lot.
I always compare bumping to hitting a baseball. Like, like in theory, all hitting a baseball is you just swing and you hit it.
Right. It's that easy.
It's that easy. You know?
It's like golfing. Golfing, the ball's not even moving.
Right.
That's the most frustrating part about golfing. Like baseball, at least the ball's going like you face a good pitcher, it's going 90 miles an hour better.
Right.
And you got to hit a round ball with a round bat. Well, golf, the ball's sitting still, and you even have a flat club. You know, like you got a surface. But
just talking.
Yeah, that's why I fish and don't golf.
Yeah, same.
Ryan, what's your last cast, bud?
First of all, Jesse, you show up most weeks. You throw comments out there in the comment section. So just thanks for, stopping by and always, shooting comments and talking to people. And it's nice to finally talk to you and meet you, but I appreciate everything you've done, just stopping by.
Yes, sir. I try to stop in and watch for a while. I can't always because I'm usually at work. So
I get it.
Hard to tune in, but
yeah, work sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather be fishing for sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How many more weeks we gonna go, Spence? Do you know?
Well, that was kind of an announcement on my last cast. And thank you, Jesse, again, because you've been a great guest and really enjoyed having you on. We will have you on again if you'll allow it. I'm thinking this is the last one for a while. Like I was stressed for time today because of fishing and everything, and the days are getting longer and all that stuff. And I'd like to try to fit a few in between now and daylight savings time, but it's hitting that point where you run out of time. Do you want to spend your time podcasting? You want to spend your time fishing? And you can do both, but me personally, I can't do both well.
Yeah.
And arguably I can't do one or the other well. Depends on, the day.
Yeah, depends on the day.
Yeah.
The audience is all the deciding factor.
Right. So like it's been going good, and we went longer than I normally would. And I love that we're ending it with you, Jesse. And I say ending it for a while.
In the season.
Yeah, for the season. The podcast season's over. It will resume daylight savings time, maybe before. I'd like to fit in a few between now and then. I got to get a hold of a few people because I had a few scheduled, but it's just life makes it tough right now. But we've left and we came back for 2 years now. So plan on doing it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, like big thank you to everyone who listens. Big thank you to everyone who has listened.
And I will still drink a beer on Wednesdays just for you guys.
Yes, yes. Hopefully, we'll do it with a 150-pounder in the boat.
Heck
That'd be
yes.
the best way right there.
Yeah, Jesse, we need to get you in the boat. I'm gonna, like I
If
said,
you're coming down, I'm down to get out.
I don't know if I'll fish the big water. I might go to the little water, but I'll let you know. And
I
if
mean,
it
I'm
works,
down for that too.
He says, I
down for
don't
everything.
have a boat.
get me
Yeah, I got no boat.
If I got to drive 2 hours, I will fish with you.
Right.
But we got some traction. That's cool. So we got some traction from the audience. We got some traction from some sponsors. They don't give me anything, so
Right.
we'll work on that the next go around. but they're willing to do like and share contests and giveaways and stuff like that. And I'll do my best to make sure that continues in the future. And I don't know, it just makes it more fun and having good guests on. And I don't know, it's a good excuse to drink a beer on a Wednesday.
And you put up with our stuff just so you might win something. I get
Right,
it.
right. Works out good. But I'm a wrap her up. We're call her good. Thanks everyone.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys.
Yep,
Thanks, guys.
too, bud.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you
Later.